From an employer's perspective, I get asked so many times on how do we create the right culture where people can perform, feel engaged, and have the right relationships spreading throughout the organization so that people actually want to come to work and they're not coming because they're obligated. One of the key things is organizations really need to start understanding that the defining factors for motivation, to get people to really perform, you need to be motivated. And motivation is like taking a shower. So it's not like saying, I had a shower yesterday, so I don't need one today. You need it every day. So creating a culture where you're constantly motivating people, either through having the right leadership behaviors, where you're having role models, you're creating a culture that is inclusive, that is diverse, that is challenging, that is helping people to have peer-to-peer mentorship. That is where you're really, really helping produce the right culture. 4 key things have come from research around creating the right culture for performance. The number 1, at the very topmost, is appreciation. And whenever I teach about organizational culture and reformatting the culture at the right place, I find that people don't understand how to actually have an appreciation approach within the organization. People do so many great things and they're not appreciated for it. We don't know little ways of just patting somebody's shoulder, writing a nice warm email, thanking people even in a meeting, remembering to just turn around and to show I appreciate. And also understanding the different languages of appreciation, which is something I'll cover in depth in another segment. However, there is 5 different languages in which you can actually start helping appreciate people at work and at home. The second key thing about a positive culture is making sure the teams are bonding. So cross-team relationships and also within the team. Managers need to stop this divide and rule approach where you're happy when your team is constantly at each other's necks, they're sabotaging each other's work, they're coming and spending and taking up all your energy every day on conflict issues. You need to bond that team and help the team to like each other, to like to work with each other. And you don't need to get involved too much. You're not running a high school team. You are actually working with adults. So make sure your team is bonding in different ways. The third thing is life-work balance. And I'm careful not to say work-life balance. It's life first and then work. So life-work balance is something you need to embed into the organization. Make sure there's a bit of fun. Make sure there's a bit of, playtime, interaction, and rest. Sometimes we don't even have policies that allow for rest and people to just relax within the organization. This is required for motivation and refreshing and innovation. The 4th biggest factor around culture is around the boss and the relationship between the boss and the team. And I like to say, those bosses or those managers or leaders who put themselves at the center of the team framework rather than putting themselves at the top of the team framework. So if you look at yourself as sitting within the center and being the gel of the entire team, you'll actually have a more positive relationship with everybody in the team, whether it's an intern or somebody who is next to you in terms of reporting lines or whatever. Just break it down and come down to the center and lead from the center. It's a better place to lead from in terms of a positive culture than trying to lead from the top.